these are is around each rank, we created some benchmarks. And all benchmarks are is a setting for you to strive for. It's a series of attributes for you to go after that are bigger than the rank itself. And if you have the expectation and the belief that you and your coaches can meet these expectations, the chances that you will hit them raises exponentially. Now, I want to, the thing about the leadership ladder, we talk about team leaders. And I know a lot of people, particularly you guys are all at least a 2-star. It's really important. I got to get those diamonds. We got to get those diamonds to get the rank. And often for the diamonds who are just they're not even diamonds yet, but the new coach or everyone's like, you got to get to diamond, you got to get to diamond. And they create this expectation that when they get to diamond, their life is going to change. That suddenly everybody's going to respect them, money's going to be raining down every week. But the reality is that when you think about a diamond organization is something to be proud of because you are starting to build an organization. But the reality is that a diamond organization can have as little as 12 people in it, right? 2 emeralds, 4 other coaches. And if you think about it, and let's say, all of those 12 people, they're all on Shakeology. Awesome! That would mean that you have 6 times 90 points on this side, 6 times 90 points, 540 points on each side. You take 200 from this side, 100 from this side. So you've seen that video. Okay, but what does that mean? So with everybody doing those 90 points, they're going to cycle 3 times, $54, and they're going, wait a minute, I thought you said when I got to diamond, it would rain money. You said it did, $54. But the reality is that we have to think bigger than that. Yeah, it's an amazing accomplishment. They should be recognized when they hit these ranks, but they need to know that really, if they want a solid organization, an organization that is an engine for growth, a thriving organization that is helping lots of people, changing lots of lives, you got to think past diamond. You have to have a higher expectation, and you have to have a belief that you are going to be able to do the work to get that done. And when you look at the leadership ladder, just a little background on actually how we got there was, we always hear people, I want to earn 6 figures. And so we took coaches who were earning 6 figures, kind of did a profile, and kind of came up with that executive leader and kind of looked at what their organizations kind of looked like across these benchmarks. And then we looked back in their life cycle as a coach and looked at kind of around where these people were when they were a 2-star, a diamond, and so forth. They're just benchmarks. You can get there different ways, but these are benchmarks. But I do want to point out that probably the 2 most critical rows on this little chart are these 2. This is where you start to really grow your organization. And the 2 things are Success Club. And it's about you qualifying for Success Club consistently, every month, doing the behavior that it takes to get there. And then, and this is the really hard part, training your people, teaching them, giving the vision so that they can start getting into Success Club activity. And when I say Success Club activity, I'm not saying qualifying for Success Club. I'm just talking about getting 1 Success Club point. And you would be amazed at how many multi-star diamond coaches and how few people in their organizations are actually in Success Club activity. They think, oh, I've got this big organization. Great, I can tell you that if they're all doing 90 points, you don't have an engine going. Until some of them start to pick up on your behaviors, and that's why you have to qualify for Success Club every month. When some of them start to pick up on your behavior and start to employ that behavior themselves and start to get in Success Club activity, now your organization is growing not just by your efforts, but by your team's efforts. And that is when we really start to see momentum happen. Let me give you just a couple facts, okay? Leadership ladder facts. So, we looked at coaches, diamond coaches, we looked at actually February of 2015, and we wanted to see by the end of the year what happened to these diamond coaches. And we broke it into two groups. We broke it into those diamond coaches that met all the attributes of team leader, and those diamond coaches that hadn't met the team leader. So, now, for those of them that had met all the attributes of team leader, only 1% of them had dropped from their diamond rank. So that's how you start to get stability in your organization when you get there. The ones that had not reached the team leader attributes, 35% of them dropped in rank. Really important. And again, I just want to clarify, it doesn't happen just by saying, be a team leader. Like, there's a lot of work to get them there, and you guys are really lucky because you're going to hear from 3 really incredible coaches who figured out how to help their coaches get there, so pay lots of attention over this week. Another quick stat, advancing in rank. So 53% of the team leaders, and we're talking just from February to December, so in 10 months, 53% of them have advanced in rank from a diamond rank to a star diamond rank, whereas 19% of the non-team leaders advanced in rank. So again, really important. They've got to think bigger than just hitting diamond. Congratulate them, recognize them when they hit all the milestones, but make sure that they know that your expectations, your belief in what they can accomplish is bigger than just making it to the diamond. And the diamond is just one stop along the way. You know, I know a lot of coaches always say, I always talk about this at the first Super Saturday of the year whenever we go out to them. People say, there's always a question like, so what do I have to do to become an elite coach? You know, Jeremy set it up that a goal for all of you here is to hopefully be an elite coach in 2016. Well, I want to give you a little insight into some stats about our 2015 elite qualifiers. So when we looked at them, what we found was we looked to see of those coaches that qualified for elite, how many personally sponsored team leaders did they have below them? And if you look at it, the top 10 on average had around 7.3 team leaders every month. And so you wonder, how do they accomplish these amazing, things of success? How do their organizations get so big? How do they have so many people qualifying for Success Club? How does their organizational volume and their advancement team volume grow so rapidly and so massively? It's because on their front line, their first line, over 7 of them are meeting those team leader attributes. So they have 7 of these engines going in their organization. Top 25, they had 4.9 on average. Top 50, 3.4. Top 100, 2.4. Top 200 had 1.8 team leaders personally sponsored. Now again, they probably had 50, 60 personally sponsored coaches, but they did the work to get around 2 of them to that team leader status, and that is really hoping. We look at all elite coaches, 1.6. Now here's really the remarkable stat that's not on there, just to show you the difference. We looked at newly qualified 5-star diamond coaches. So these were the guys that would be like you, that maybe aren't a 5-star coach, but they get the 5-star coach by the end of the year, and those that got to 5-star by the end of the year, but did not qualify for elite, they had on average 0.56 team leaders. And so you can see by not having these team leaders on your organization, now these guys had at least 5 diamonds. They had 5 diamonds on their team, but none of them, or at least a half of them, were team leaders. And that is really, really critical. So I say this, hopefully I'm planting, a lot of times you hear these things like, oh yeah, they're talking about team leaders. Yeah, I think I heard them talking about that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna start talking to my team about it. Like, it is something that you really have to set your mind on. Get your mind around it. If you're looking at it and you say, you know, I'm embarrassed to say, but I really don't understand what they're talking about in this attribute. Ask your upline. If they can't explain it to you, ask their upline. But it is really important, and it's really important that you set that vision. Now,